Wait, the point is, I was trying to make is, the game came out way too soon. Nintendo has no problem, like, not to bring up Nintendo. I know you guys trash Nintendo sometimes, but at least they have no problem pushing the game back. If it's not ready, they're not going to release it. But it feels like certain developers now have this sort of like they have to get it on time, they have to get it on Christmas, whatever, and because of whatever, because they have to make this deadline or else. And they put a game out that is
their
incomplete.
Problem is, Pete. I'm gonna let me just expand on what you were talking about there. So companies like Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, we've seen all of them delayed games this year. I'm a little further than others. Obviously, Last of Us 2 came out, but that got delayed. Some Nintendo stuff got pushed out of the year. Halo got pushed out of the year. Here's the problem: is CD Projekt said that they didn't want to be like a EA or a Bethesda. They don't want to develop multiple games at a time. They said they want to be like Take-Two, like Rockstar. They want to do one game at a time and then release it. Now, that's great. That's fine and all. But when you run into issues like this, you can't get a game out in time, where's your money coming from? You're not getting any money. And that's the biggest problem of being a studio like that. Now I have no problem with that mindset, but that's I just wanted to throw that in there though, because you were talking about studios delaying stuff, and honestly, and like Miyamoto back in the day, and I know it's a little different because they can patch games, but he said,
sorry, I had to laugh at that. That's pretty funny.
No, you're fine. But he said you only have one chance to make a first impression. It's true. And this will be the lasting impression of this game until maybe it's going to take years to get over this stuff.
You know what? All they're gonna do is create some updates, guys, to like make up for this. They're gonna fix these glitches. Gonna fix these glitches there. Blah blah blah. Kind of.
Well, we know there'll be apology updates.
There will be a lot of apology updates. So that's what it's gonna be. So by the end of I don't know, months from now, it'll be a complete game, and then everybody's be like, well, now it really is a 9. But, still, you shouldn't release games like this that people are pre-ordering, put their money on, and then they receive it. It's not even a complete game. That's not right to the consumer. It's like
that HDR, though, in that previous
it's like you're getting a brand new car with no wheels. You know what I'm saying? What's the point? It really is getting a brand new car with no wheels. So you can't drive the damn car. So why the fuck you have a car? You know what I'm saying? It's the same, right? It's like brand new car with no fucking wheels. Escalade with no fucking wheels. Why the fuck you have the car?
What is going on there?
This game's unplayable. Why the hell are you buying a game? Why is this game being put out there? So people can play this and have stuff like this going on. And then,
do you know what that looks like?
Oh my!
That looks like human fall flat.
A little bit, yeah. and to be perfectly honest, this is how terrible this is, Pete and Ant. This is how terrible this is. Everyone who's worked on this game has gotten their bonus from this game. So you're going to sit there and tell me that they got their bonus because this game made its sales. They got their bonus before they went on Christmas break, because they're not working on a game right now because everyone's on Christmas break. But guess what? You can get your refunds, but guess what? There's no guarantee on that. Even they came out with a statement saying like, oh yeah, you can get your refunds. Maybe. Yeah. Maybe. There's no guarantee in that, because if you go to like Sony or even Microsoft for that matter, they won't guarantee your refund. So the PR for this game, everything about it, they like, instead of working on, I'm sorry to say it, instead of working on the freaking Nintendo Switch version of Witcher 3, you should have been working on this. All hands should have been on deck with this.
I just think the leadership of whoever, I don't blame the workers, because they're trying at least. I don't blame the people doing this. They're trying.
Absolutely.
It's a 100% on the there's 100 hours. That's unheard of. A game that's 100 hours. I don't blame them. I blame the leadership of that company. I blame whoever's in charge of that to say like, I don't know what they're talking about. They must have been like, oh no, we're gonna have this game out no matter what, guys. I don't care how it is. Even if it's broken, we're releasing it. Okay, don't care. And that's what they did. They made that call because they say, well, people are gonna buy regardless. They're gonna buy because it's been overhyped. Like, not to say this game, if when completed and when fixed, it'll be probably a great game. But it's overhyped. They have Keanu Reeves in the project. They had this whole, like, they had to get it by November or Christmas just to make those sales. That's what it is. And this is what's happening. So I think, honestly, it's video game developers or anybody like that needs to be like, look, guys, I understand that, PlayStation and Xbox and all these, they want to sell games. They want to make their money. They want to have these big games to sell during Christmas time. But if the game's not complete, then don't fucking release it. It's like the Nintendo stamp of approval back in the day. Remember that, Ant? When they had a broken-ass game, they said, no, these games are not broken. Yeah. You remember E.T.? That's what happened to Atari back in the day. Remember Atari? They had a lot of broken-ass games in Atari, and that killed the system. This is what's gonna, as I said, this is gonna hurt the video game industry by doing this stuff because. Yeah,
but it's a little bit it's a little different nowadays because they can patch it. But
yeah,
honestly, it looks worse on the developer than it does.
Well, let me ask you something, guys. Would you consider, if they keep on doing this, would you consider buy a game day one, or just wait till the game's actually, finished? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
that's what you gotta consider yourself.
I would say open world games have definitely, because it's happened so often now. Oh, on really going through whatchamacallit, on really getting the games they won. Gonna have problems getting through TSA. What you trying to say, Scriven?
I'm not going there. By the way, I'm not going there. What he's trying to say.
Like,
I'm not going there. But anyway, were you saying that?
Like, how can this be acceptable?
No, I was just saying that
like,
it's not, and I'm really gonna. Honestly, I'm staying away from open world games. That's because they scare me. They scare me how broken they are.
It's like No Man's Sky, right, guys? Like No Man's Sky was an incomplete game, right? It had a great idea, but then when it came out, it wasn't the game that everyone wanted. Not until now. It took like literally a couple of years for them to get it right. It's just going to be the same thing with this. It's going to be a couple of years before this game actually.
They did that in back on the old Xbox.
Yeah.
They had a lot of broken promises in Fable.
Yep.
It's just sad, man. I mean, I'm not a big gamer like you guys are, but still, as somebody who played games and all, I would hate to have a game that's literally broken, and I'm like, what the fuck I have this right now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what's the point of playing this right now?
For 2 months, Chris, and you'll be good.
CD Projekt Red, I mean, they were pretty much like, if I can put this in, pretty much how, like, trying to put this in context. Like, how well Endgame was received, and everyone was be like, "Oh, this is great! This is awesome! This is everything that we wanted. They're giving us everything. This is great." They even give us personalized letters inside the game, thanking us for buying it and things like that. You remember that? Well, I'm saying theoretically, but like, they had so much goodwill, so much. And then that's like literally, hey, yeah, we're going to have this conference come out. We're going to have this conference come out. We're going to talk about this version. We're going to talk about that version. And then for it to be like, oh, well, guess what? It's broken. So we showed you all the things that weren't broken. Yeah. And the fact that, look at this. Look at this. He is pissing and walking while pissing.
I'm sorry, this makes me laugh more than anything, though.
And that looks like a chick.
Oh my god! Look,
that's interesting.
It's disappearing, man. Whoa!
That glitch has happened to me.
Oh, it happened?
Just your normal Friday night.
Like, this is terrible. This is bad.
The game looks great, though, if it actually worked. Oh my goodness.
Anyway, all right. I'm done. Cyberpunk.
Are you gonna return your game?
No, I'm not returning it. I bought it for $50.
He shelved it for
a
2 months.
couple of months, and then hopefully when it's patch it up, they'll be like, "Oh, this is the game I'm supposed to play." The game is trash for Persona 5.
So I got breaking news.
What's up? What you got?
Well, not breaking news, but I want to talk about how Disney did somebody wrong this week.
Oh.
So we had the Disney investor meeting, the investor days, and it was announced what the name of a new Ant-Man project was. It was Ant-Man Quantumania. The actress that played Cassie in Endgame, Emma Furman, she found out the same time as all of us, her ass got recasted.
Wow. So, did he tell her, man?
Disney. No. Disney straight up
tell her that she's getting recasted.
Straight up.
Wow. That's messed up, man.
I think maybe Disney didn't have the foresight to be like, hey, we're probably actually going to go somewhere with this. More trending actress. They got the main star of the movie Freaky that just came out to take the role. So she's kind of like more of a hot commodity. What was that, Pete?
The girl who's that serial killer girl, the one with Vince Vaughn, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The main actress. Okay. Yes,
and it correct. Yep. And so she's obviously a more trending actress. So they made the choice to go with they're probably going to turn the franchise over to her, I'm guessing, at some point.
Yeah. Because
maybe
in the comic books they do in the comic books she does become a superhero. Cassie Lang.
Yeah,
so she does become stature.
Just dirty though.
That is messed up, especially I don't think the girl probably did anything wrong. There's been recasting before in Marvel. Like the Terrence Howard situation in Iron Man 1, where he wanted more money, he didn't get along with Robert Downey Jr., so recasted him and put him and made Don Cheadle War Machine. So there's been, but that. It's kind of wrong because I don't think the actress probably did anything wrong. She just wasn't, unfortunately, a popular name. That's pretty much what it is. And, so it sucks. At least they should know her, man. At least they let her know, hey, just let you know, you're only in the end game, but you're not. We're not having no future plans for you. That's a phone call would have been, or text or anything would have been, better than just at
least
hey,
let the agent know.
Hey, we're gonna recast you. Yeah, exactly. That's just crazy to me, though.
It's just hey, we're going to go a different route with this. That's all.
That's all you got to do.
This cake looks delicious.
Oh, my God.
It was so good.
I always have to ask, how much was the cake?
I think it was like $5 or $6. It wasn't, honestly, it wasn't bad for Disney prices.
$6?
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good price. Ooh, look at that sandwich.
Not bad for Disney. That's it right there.
Wow. Okay.
Well, that's the same thing. It was just cut up in the other picture.
Oh, okay.
So I just want to show you what the inside of the and then the outside before we slate it.
Destroy.
Do you guys? Let me ask you something, guys. Do you want to talk more about the? Because we didn't really talk anything about. We tried to talk about during the Video Game Awards, but we kind of had the focus on Video Game Awards and then Marvel, all those big announcements. You guys want to talk about that?
Talk a little. Yeah, we can talk about it a little bit.
Yeah,
okay.
Because we watched a few trailers, so let's talk about some of the more shocking announcements. Because there was a couple things that we didn't know about, and since you brought up Terrence Howard and Don Cheadle, let's talk about Armor Wars. Because Mr. Terrence Howard would have had his own TV show if he would have just hung in there.
But he already had his own
Don
TV
Cheadle
show.
Gets to reap all the rewards. No, but I mean,
he had his own TV show.
I mean, Marvel. Yeah, but he would have had his own Marvel show. His character, James, is it Rhodey or Brody?
It's Rhodey. Rhodey.
Yeah,
James Rhodes.
Thing to see where they go with that. Can Don Cheadle carry? I mean, no. Cheadle can carry his own show. That's not the question.
Yeah,
can Don Cheadle's character carry? Oh, I know. That's not the question. The dude's a great actor. I'm saying, can that character carry a TV show, or do you think we'll see more characters?
I think War Machine can definitely carry its own show because, well, even at one point, War Machine took over for Iron Man at one point in the comics. So I think as a character, he's out of his own comic book series too, War Machine. So definitely he can carry his own show. They definitely gonna have to expand the character more because I feel like War Machine hasn't gotten that much love in the movies, like as much love as he was, like not too much focus in the movies. He's always looked at his friend as Tony Stark's best friend, but there was never that much focus in his motivations, really. And hopefully they do more of that in the TV show because they need to. Because I think, like I said, him being a military guy, him being a guy who, like I said, he's kind of like polar opposite to Tony, because he's more serious, where Tony's more like not nonchalant or whatever.
I always felt he was the angel to Tony's devil, sitting on the shoulder of War Machine, War Machine and Iron Man. I felt like,
he kept him down to earth.
Yeah. Like I felt he was the good conscience. Exactly.
Like,
what was that, Chris?
I think he was the most character development he got was in Iron Man 2, I believe. And ever since then, he hasn't really done too much with his character too much.
Kind of like pretty much in the background too much. And I think it's good to have him his own TV show in the front.
Yes, he was sidelined.
Well, it's because, and I mean, and a lot of times it's because of Tony, because of Robert Downey Jr.'s Tony Stark. He really commanded the screen so much so that unfortunately the cast around him kind of suffered for that in a sense. Not to say that's nothing wrong with that. I feel like, but now I feel having his own TV show, it gives more chance to Don Cheadle to show, because Don Cheadle is a great actor. So it gives him more chance to, flesh that character out, maybe show how he feels about the whole, let's get his whole point of view about how Tony's passing, how he's reacting to that, and how he's going to kind of continue that legacy. So I think it's great stuff. I think it's really cool to have his own TV show and all that. So yeah, and I do think that character could carry its own show. Same with like Falcon and Winter Soldier. I mean, they can carry their own show. I think a lot of these characters can.
That's two though. That's two though.
Well, here's the thing though. You got to also understand they're going to introduce other characters probably.
Now could hold on, but now could Falcon carry his own show? Absolutely. He didn't need Winter Soldier to be in the show, but I do think the Falcon's two best confidence makes sense for them to be on the same show.
Yes,
but Falcon could have easily carried his own show.
Well, what do you think? Maybe do you think Ironheart is going to appear in Armor Wars? Do you think Ironheart is going to appear in Armor Wars? Maybe that's an introduction to that character. Then he gets home
that's a good
show.
Good.
Yeah, that
just
would
saying
be
though. Like you got to also think about it this way.
And I think
y'all lagging. Both of y'all are lagging quite a bit.
Yeah, sorry, dude.
Like I'm not sure what's.
But I do feel that it would be cool to have Don Cheadle's James Rhodey be a mentor, Riri Williams as Ironheart, because it would be a different kind of mentor than Tony. Like it would be more of he's going to be like, this is the dangers of the suit, not let's see what like that, almost like a Peter Parker. Like he'll treat her like she's a Peter Parker. With great power comes great responsibility, kind of thing. Whereas Tony didn't really have that guidance, so he owned thing.
From what I understand, I don't know too much of the new comics, but Riri Williams is herself a scientist herself and came up with her own, I think, suits. I want to say, so she could be like the new kind of genius but Rhodey's more of like the mentor to her, kind of like, what I'm saying? It's kind of like passing the torch to each character, like Tony passed to Rhodey, now Rhodey passed to Riri, kind of thing. Kind of like continue that whole thing. So I'm thinking that's the way they're going to introduce, because it's called Armor Wars. So maybe that's where War Machine's the main character, but then Riri is a supporting character. Then Riri gets her own show. Good way to introduce that character. Because not a lot of people are familiar with Ironheart. So how are you going to introduce her? By pair her with War Machine. You know what I'm saying? That's the way to introduce her. So
that makes sense.
Yeah. So I think that'd be a good way to do it. So, any other thoughts, guys, about any other news you thought about the whole Marvel announcements last week?
I thought they were going to come off swinging and be like, all right, so guess what? Everything's coming on Disney Plus. But I'm assuming, we can all tell that everything was pre-recorded and whatnot. So, I mean, it wasn't like they already knew this going in, and probably they had no intentions of like shunning the movie theaters or anything like that. But I'm actually quite surprised they didn't automatically just put Black Widow on Disney Plus on Christmas Day. I'm surprised they didn't just go ahead and just do that to try to compete with HBO Max.
I honestly think they don't need to, and that's my I know like HBO Max is doing something that it's very great. It's awesome for us as consumers. Somebody who has HBO Max is awesome that we're getting actually theatrical movies on HBO Max the first day of its release. But I don't think Disney needs it, because I think with the shows they're gonna have on Disney Plus, all those shows they're gonna have, it's gonna keep people subscribing to Disney Plus or get more subscribers in the end. Because once we're gonna have WandaVision, we're gonna have Loki, we're gonna have Falcon Winter Soldier, then we're gonna have Ironheart, Armor Wars, Moon Knight. You're gonna have all these Star Wars shows too. They're gonna come out. I think Ahsoka is gonna be a Star Wars show, right? Ahsoka, Bad Batch.
Yes.
So you have so much content on Disney Plus alone that they're not gonna need like some theatrical releases. Because think of it this way: hopefully, let's cross our finger, guys. Hopefully, things will go back to normal next year. Hopefully, by maybe mid next year. I don't know when, but hopefully things will go back to normal. Theaters start reopening again. Hopefully, that's the plan. Once these movies come out, it's going to be packed houses. People will pay to see these movies. They will pack the theaters to see these movies, the Marvel movie, because there's such a high demand. Because look at last year, man, with Disney. They had their best year ever when it comes to theater gross, gross in numbers. I think they made like, I don't know, $5 billion or something ridiculous number. It's the biggest year in movie theaters on Disney alone. So I think they still have that hope that next year, hopefully they'll get that, and that will happen for them. So
I don't know. For right now, they have Mandalorian right now.
Yes.
Okay. I agree with that. They have Mandalorian right now. I don't see a lot of people lining up for WandaVision. I just don't.
I don't know. I think it's gonna be great. Seeing the trailers, I think it's gonna be.
We think is great.
Yeah,
because we are invested in Marvel.
Granted, yes, of course.
That is the difference.
True, that's true.
A lot more people are probably invested more into the Game of Thrones than they are invested into WandaVision. Would you agree with that?
True, but I would agree with that. But really, when you think about it, Game of Thrones, there's not too much investment before. Like in the couples, I remember when I heard about it, Game of Thrones, I didn't know what it's about until I started watching it, and then boom, invested. A good show is a good show, regardless. Like if it's a really great show and word of mouth starts coming around, people are going to start flocking to see it. It's really what it is. It's word of mouth. Usually,
I think Chris was basically saying there's not a lot of pre-show hype to it.
No, okay,
we have the hype because we're invested in the MCU. But
absolutely.
I think people are going to be on board like it's Mandalorian. Like I think that's the kind of stuff that's going to happen after like 2 episodes.
And the fact is, like, they're already like characters in the MCU. I think people are dying to see something that's MCU now. They don't have anything right now, so I think that will get people to watch it.
I don't see that though. I don't see everyone dying from Marvel.
Hey, I'm going to drop out and come back in because I'm lagging so bad.
That's fine, man.
Like, I don't see people like foaming at the mouth for Marvel content right now. We are because we're invested. But I don't see people be like, oh man, can't freaking wait, man. Let's go. I just don't see that.
Yeah, no, I get it. But in the same time, I mean, really, what do we have right now? There's not too much entertainment stuff. There's not really anything that's exciting right now in entertainment. You know, we don't have the theaters right now. We don't have like certain things. So they need something to kind of like get people to watch stuff, you know, right? There really isn't too much to watch out there. I mean, you know, there's some good TV show streamings and all that here and there, but there's nothing where you're like, oh crap, you know, like, I mean, so of course, like I tell you what, right now, and I'm going to talk about it later, Mandalorian's getting a lot of hype right now. I mean, there's a lot of talk, a lot of like excitement for Mandalorian right now. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Got a lot of hype.
I do think.
Also, Flight Attendant is getting a lot of hype on HBO right now. So
there you go. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's good TV shows, right? Good TV shows.
Yeah.
You know, like the start of a good TV show, you're like, okay, let me go, you know, watch this. Let me go and see how good it is. You know, let me start watching. That's kind of what it is, right? So I don't know. We'll see. I do think that Falcon Winter Soldier will get more, maybe people more excited to watch that than WandaVision. You know, I think Falcon Winter Soldier definitely has more hype.
Like a straight up movie.
Sorry, man, I get to read that.
I mean, I just don't see people foaming at the mouth. They're like, oh man, next Marvel thing, man, come on.
Yeah.
Just
me.
Put in my veins.
A minute, just me.
Like, I mean, I get it. We all like the Mandalorian. We all see Boba Fett, and we're like, "Oh, that's freaking awesome! That's great!" Like we're all on board that hype train. But this season's Mandalorian hasn't been the hype train I thought it would be.
Really?
No,
I'm actually very hyped about it.
Like I'm talking about the hype train.
Oh,
I'm talking about like not just outside of us. Like other people are like, oh, hey man, did you see that? Man? Oh, they got the Darksaber, they got Ahsoka back. Oh man, I don't. There's really none of that, and it's.
I think people didn't watch Clone Wars, and a lot of people might not know like the history per se of some of the characters, like Boba Fett, and I think like us as nerds, we when it comes to stuff like that when it gets dropped in there, or even like me, dude, because I'm a really big Sasha Banks fan, so seeing Sasha Banks on the show, I was like, yeah, that's like badass. Or I was a pretty big fan of Battlestar Galactica, so seeing like Katie Sackhoff play Bo-Katan was like a huge thing for me. Yeah, so I was like, I was nerding out for. Let's see, yeah, I totally see how your average person wouldn't nerd out to that.
Well, average person, no, but there's a lot of nerds. I thought it was hype.
First thing we nerded out over in the show was seeing Baby Yoda. Ever since then, like little droplets here and there, but wasn't anything big like Baby Yoda. Like Baby Yoda was, or Grogu, you want to call it, was like start of like something what brought everyone to see the Mandalorian. Everyone stayed, yes. And they actually ended up liking the show, but nothing like a drop like that, like boom, here we go. It never happened since.
I think the Baby Yoda wasn't excitement; it was more intrigue. It was more intriguing, the character, like where is he from?
Don't worry, I got you.
But I'm saying I think it's more intriguing. The first season was Baby Yoda, where he's from, all this other stuff. But I kind of disagree, because I feel like the characters and everything they've been doing this season has been building a lot of new characters, or even not even new characters, old characters, kind of in live action, or reintroducing old characters. I think they did a great job. I think it does get me excited. And I've seen hype videos on YouTube where people's reaction to like Boba Fett or Ahsoka and all, and these people go nuts. They're like, "Oh my god," And these are adults, by the way, like who are going nuts. So, I think this season's been great. I mean, in my viewpoint, it's been great. Like, I understand though, like your perspective. You're right. In the sense that there is not something where in some ways maybe certain sense it doesn't live up to that hype. But I don't know. I enjoyed the hell out of this season, and I think it's been really solid throughout. And it gets me excited for the next episode actually coming up this week, the finale and all that. But it's done a good job establishing all these characters where like you're gonna see TV shows with these characters, like Ahsoka is gonna have her own TV show. I'm pretty sure probably Cara Dune is gonna get her TV show from what it seems like. Yeah, so I do think that there's gonna be definitely future stuff like branching out. Got me more excited for Star Wars than I have in the last maybe I don't know, maybe 20 years, honestly, to be honest. So I really love what they're doing to Mandalorian right now and what they're doing. But I see your point of view because I understand that some people who are not invested maybe in, maybe they're looking for more Jedis or more whatever, they're not so invested in some of these characters. They don't know too well these characters. These are more like nerdy characters. If you're a big nerd, you'll like know these characters like Ahsoka and Boba Fett and all. So I get that point of view.
All right. I mean, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm not saying it's not a good show. It is a good show. It keeps me enticing, keeps me interested in watching, seeing what's going to happen next. Yeah. I don't know what's going to happen with the season finale. I'm hearing the fact like I got a coworker saying like, oh, they're going to leave it on a cliffhanger and things like that. I hope
definitely
not.
Leave it on a cliffhanger, probably. Yeah.
I hope not. But I mean, because we gotta wait till like
next Christmas.
Yeah, we gotta wait till next Christmas before we see another episode.
No, I think it's gonna be sort of like whatever, but they're gonna leave something where like they're gonna have some reveal or something where people are gonna be like, "What?" Kind of like last year with a Darksaber. They're gonna leave something where you're kind of like leave more with questions than answers, kind of thing. I think they're gonna do something like that because most season finales do that anyway. So, but. Yeah, I don't know. I do think like Disney has done a pretty good job with like this TV show and what they're doing and all that. I want to see more of this, so I want to see more projects. So that's what they need because they don't. One thing Disney Plus lacks is original content. So, and that's one thing that I think Disney needs to definitely, hopefully, more projects fill up. So we can have more stuff to watch instead of old stuff.
And then documentaries on the stuff they already have out.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we need more original TV shows on Disney Plus to get people to subscribe more. So
let's break it down then. What do you think is going to happen last episode, The Mandalorian season 2? Anthony, go first.
So my prediction is there's going to be a firefight, and I'm going to see the showdown between Mando and Moff Gideon, but I would have to hope that Ahsoka gets involved in it because I don't know if his man with a Darksaber. I just don't know if that he's good enough to handle that. I don't know what the going to leave us on. I've heard rumors Luke Skywalker, but if they need to get a younger Luke Skywalker, dude, get the guy who plays Bucky from
Sebastian Stan,
from Soldier, dude. That guy looks, dude. I seen like a picture of him like as Luke. I was like, dude, that's creepy spot on. Like, but
yeah.
I mean, he wouldn't have. Oh yeah, no, he would be. He would be like 20 or 30 years younger. But I don't know. Do you? I feel like Grogu is too powerful to not be at the center of Jedi. Like, I just feel like he can't be at the outer rim of the world at his whole life. Like, he has to be more of a integral part of a bigger plot involving Jedi because it would just make no sense. So, is it going to be Luke? Maybe. I don't know. That would be. I think that would be the thing that the Gatorade Chris is looking for. If they say, "Hey, Luke Skywalker's in this show," I mean, I think that would be like, damn.
The Gatorade get a hype moment. All right, Pete, you're up.
All right, I think, like I said, there will be a big battle scene, kind of like they had last season finale. They had a big battle scene. I think there will be a huge battle scene and all that. I think that you're going to see definitely Boba in it, Fennec, Mando. Probably gonna see Bo-Katan also. I have a feeling Bo-Katan and her Sasha Banks and the other guy is gonna be in it as well. I mean, maybe Ahsoka too. I don't know. They might have like a huge kind of like Magnificent Seven kind of like thing where they're all of them like, or Avengers kind of, they all form together as a team and try to fight off Moff Gideon and the dark stormtroopers, the dark troopers, and some of the stuff. So there will be a big battle like that. I think Moff Gideon survives. There might be a casualty on the other side though. Maybe one of those characters. Hopefully not Boba Fett. I hate to see him kill him. They try to kill him off again. Hopefully not Boba Fett, because there's a rumor that maybe Boba Fett might die and Mando might take over Slave One. That's a rumor or whatever, because he doesn't have a ship anymore. So
awesome.
Hopefully that's not the case, because I want to see Boba Fett more. I think it's too big of a character to. But who knows? Maybe somebody might die in the next episode. I don't think Moff Gideon will die. I think he's too much of an integral character for him to die. But I definitely see like.
They could always kill off the dude that was with Bo-Katan and Sasha Banks.
That's what I'm saying. Or even Sasha
like that.
Banks.
Who the hell is that guy?
Who
cares about that guy?
I'm just saying that Sasha Banks might die too. I'm just saying that like as characters, I can see
she's the boss.
Just telling you, it could be one of the.
She ain't dying.
I'm just telling you.
That for like 3 episodes.
That's ridiculous.
3 episodes or something.
Uncanny.
This is Sasha sign on for like three episodes.
So. 3 episodes. So I mean, maybe she's gonna be a future episode. I don't know, but I'm just saying though, that's a possibility. But they gotta leave it somewhere where to build up for next season. So I see Grogu getting brought again, but I do think though the reveal is there is gonna be a reveal. It's gonna be a Jedi. Some Jedi it's probably gonna appear in the end, because. Who was Grogu contacting in episode 5, I believe, or 6? Who was that Grogu contacting? Was he contacting a Jedi? Could be Luke Skywalker, because Luke Skywalker is still alive and still there in that world, and he was training Jedis. Remember, he did train Jedi. He did train Ben Solo. He was training other Jedis too.
That he was.
So there's a possibility that happened. There also could be the whole reveal that, well, I think this will be later on in other seasons, but there will be a reveal like the blood that Baby Yoda they're using will create maybe Snoke or some character like that, maybe Snoke or maybe Darth Sidious. I don't know. Might be the reason why he comes back, because of Baby Yoda's blood. That could be also, or Grogu, I should say. So those are possibilities, but there will be a big reveal in the end. There will be a big battle scene in the next episode. Hopefully it won't be no like casualties or some of our favorite characters. Somebody's even saying that like Mando will get killed and maybe like somebody else will take over or whatever. Like, no, that's not gonna happen. I don't see that happening. The focus is really on Mando and Baby Yoda, or Grogu, I should say. So that won't happen. But that's what I predict right now. I think it's gonna be a baller episode. So that's my prediction too.
All right,
let's hear it, Chris.
There will be a fire effect. I believe Mando will go toe-to-toe with Moff Gideon because of the staff that he carries can withstand the lightsaber.
Your best car.
So I'm going along with that. They're going to have a big fight scene, and then maybe I like the theory of the fact using Baby Yoda's blood to recreate Darth Sidious, because we've said the fact that Snoke could be the failed experiment clone of Darth Sidious. Yep. So I kind of like that, and I'm kind of going with that. I don't think they will kill Baby Yoda. I don't think they will do that. That'd be too much. But I have a feeling someone will die. Someone will die. Will it be Mando? No. Will it be Grogu? No. Will it be Moff Gideon? Doubt it. Will we see Luke Skywalker? That is very possible, because I don't know what other Jedi there would be.
Well, they were saying that there's a couple of Jedis from Rebels. You have a better idea, right, Ant?
Ezra Ezra Bridger. We don't know if Ezra Bridger died or not. So at the end, they leave it very open ended at the end of Rebels. So and we also it's very open ended if he's good or which led to speculation that he was Snoke for a long time. Filoni said it's bunk. He's not Snoke, but I mean, is he really going to tell us if he was?
True.
So there's Ezra Bridger, but that was really it for the. I mean, there's Cal from Fallen Order, man.
So another thing
we don't know what
he's
been doing. That'd be interesting.
Another thing too, I feel like how they say certain things are canon or not. But I do think that they have used some video game and like stuff that happened in video games in the storylines too. Like I think Operation Cinder is from Battlefront, right? They mentioned Operation Cinder, that's from Battlefront.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So they have used aspects.
Also the
Go ahead.
Also the Dark Troopers. Those are also what were only ever in and now they've made their live screen debut, the ones that came down and took Baby Yoda. Those have never been in live action.
They're gonna have a big factor in the next episode too. They're gonna be a huge factor in the next episode though. So the Dark Troopers. But I'm saying though they did use some video game content. So what's Fallen Order's character's names? I forgot the Jedi from Fallen Order.
Cal.
It's Cal, right? Yeah, okay. So
yes, Cal.
Who knows? Possibly he could be brought in. You never know. I don't. He doesn't die in that game, right? So
forget Darth Maul's still out there too. Darth Maul is still out there.
God,
I don't think so, man.
Just saying.
But
yeah, Jar is still out there too. But I don't see him coming in there.
But are they out there? We don't even know, man, because they're not in the old trilogy. Those characters never appear in the old trilogy. So are they out there, or they're already dead? In that 30-year span between Revenge of the Sith and New Hope, we don't know what happened to any of those characters. So they could be like, that's where maybe Obi-Wan Kenobi show is going to go.
No, that's not Darth Maul.
Him and Darth Maul. Was that?
We've seen Darth Maul in Rebels. We've seen Darth Maul in Solo. Darth Maul is still very much alive.
But that's before New Hope, and that's not after the original trilogy. That's before New Hope. So he might have died in between that.
That's true, but the only person that could have possibly killed him would have been Vader. Obi-Wan. And I don't think Obi-Wan was already dead.
What do you mean?
Old man Obi-Wan wasn't killing Darth Maul.
He might have not been that old, man. He still was kind of in his... Oh, yeah, you know what?
Him and him, like freaking Ewan McGregor and freaking what's it called? Hayden Christensen are going to kill him in the Obi-Wan TV show.
You know what? No, he's right though. They can't because you're right because he was in Solo. I don't think that Solo was that young compared to he wasn't that off from New Hope.
No.
You know what I'm saying? No, it wouldn't make sense actually.
I'll tell you where Solo is in the timeline.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense because you see Darth Maul at the end of Solo. It wouldn't make sense in us because at that time Obi-Wan was probably old at that time, so it wouldn't make sense. So you might be right, actually.
I swear to God, the Star Wars chronological order is like freaking worse than freaking Terminator.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
I'm traveling, Chris. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Time travel.
You're like, no, don't do that ever.
No. Or we could be reversing time.
I'm just saying though, in Solo, dude, like Mando and literally, if you look at New Hope, they're in their 30s, right? Probably Han Solo and Lando, or like in the old trilogy, they're probably like early 30s. And Solo, they're like in the young 20s, whatever, in their mid-20s. So the timeline wouldn't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? Obi-Wan at that time will be already an old man. And Darth Maul seems not to, he probably ages really slowly. Maybe his race ages really slowly. So
What is this race?
Or species? I don't know. It's some. What is this species or whatever, Ant? His alien race. What is it, Ant?
What? I just seen the spoiler for Rebels that I didn't want to see.
Oh, really? What? Darth Maul's dead?
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he died by Obi-Wan's sword.
Oh, he did?
So that's yeah, Obi. But it was only 1 year before the Battle of Yavin that he did it.
So where's Solo in this whole thing?
Interesting.
So where's Solo in this whole thing?
That's what I'm looking for. I'm trying to find, because I'm at 2 years right now before the Battle of Yavin. That's like their 0 point of the Star Wars universe. That's like that, and then it like goes like before that or after that. Okay, here we go. So Han Flight Academy. So Han, the raid on Kessel, Han makes the Kessel run. So where Han makes the Kessel run, that's to New Hope.
So that's New Hope?
Prior to New Hope. Yep.
Yeah, it's prior to New Hope. Yeah, we know that, but how much prior?
Yeah. 10 years.
10 years. So when Obi-Wan kills Darth, that's after, right? Solo.
Yeah.
That's 10 years after.
Yeah.
Years after, sorry. Yep.
Okay.
Hi, this is Mickey calling for tonight's special.
Okay. All right, I'm just trying to make sense of the whole thing. So, but I said, dude, it's funny though. I said like Darth, Obi-Wan will kill probably Darth Maul. That's make the perfect sense.
Reading some other stuff that happens in Rebels here. It's a little interesting.
What, another big surprise?
Sabine actually neighbor. So that's interesting. A little bit of interesting news too.
What? What about?
Sabine
again?
What you got?
The Orion in the show. She trains with the Darksaber in the show. So
Sabine, who? Who?
She's the Rebels.
Oh, she's in Rebels?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So I'm trying to watch more Clone Wars to get all this information. So when things happen in Mandalorian, I'm actually know what's going on because of Clone Wars and Rebels. So.
Oh god, the Monster Hunter movie reviews came out. I gotta see this.
Let me guess, 4s.
Hold on.
4 out of 10.
Hold on. I'm going to Rotten Tomatoes. Hold on. Give me a second.
It's 30. It's 10% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You going 10%?
I'm going 10%.
All right. 58%.
Wow, that's such a bit. Whoa, dude! I heard Wonder Woman is doing pretty good though. Wonder Woman 84, good reviews.
89%.
That's pretty damn good. Are you gonna watch it, Ant? Are you gonna watch it day one?
Yeah.
Wonder Woman.
I said I would.
I didn't know, man. You're like, Wonder Woman. Oh, I don't know about Wonder Woman. Oh, and there he goes.
He's gone. Probably because he lagged out.
Yeah, that's fine. But yeah, Wonder Woman 89% really good. I heard IGN gave a good review too. So yeah, I'm kind of excited for Wonder Woman.
Greenland got 85%. Interesting.
Well, you said it's a good movie, right?
Yeah, that's actually pretty good. And it's actually coming out this weekend. Ooh. Streaming this weekend. for everyone to watch.
I've seen a trailer for our movie. I don't know if you've seen it. Nobody.
Yeah,
That looks pretty good right there.
it looks like a looks like his attempt to be like kind of like a Bruce Willis
Or John Wick, I guess you could say. Kind of his own John Wick.
Yeah, in a way, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully, I don't have a lag this time because like I cannot hear you guys.
Right now, man. No
you're
lag.
good now.
Go for it. Man, you gotta blame Comcast,
right,
man. It's all about Comcast.
Something.
Yeah. Actually, let's. I talked to Ann about it earlier, but let's hear this freak out for a second. The freak out.
Okay.
Of Tom Cruise. Did you hear about it, Pete?
Oh, I did. I heard that whole video. The freak out Tom Cruise. Yes, I heard it.
Let's do it for everyone to hear.
Oh, you want to hear the whole thing?
Whole thing.
Gold standard. They're back there in Hollywood making movies right now because of us. Because they believe in us and what we're doing. I'm on the phone with every studio at night. Insurance companies. Producers. And they're looking at us and using us to make their movies. We are creating thousands of jobs, you I don't ever want to see it again. Ever. And if you don't do it, you're fired. And I see you do it again, you're gone. And anyone on this crew does it. That's it. And you too, and you too, and you. Don't you ever do it again. That's it. No apologies. You can tell it to the people that are losing their homes because our industry is shut down. It's not going to put food on their table or pay for their college education. That's what I sleep with every night. In the future of this industry. So I'm sorry, I'm beyond your apologies. I have told you, and now I want it. And if you don't do it, you're out. We are not shutting this movie down. Is it understood? If I see it again, you're gone. And so are you. So you're going to cost him his job. And I see it on the set, you're gone. And you're gone. That's it. Am I clear? Do you understand what I want? Do you understand the responsibility that you have? Because I will deal with your reason. And if you can't be reasonable, and I can't deal with your logic, you're fired. That's it. That is it. I trust you guys to be here. That's it.
So, that is Mr. Tom Cruise getting on to people on set of Mission Impossible 7 because they weren't wearing masks. And so he's caught them a couple times and then he just had enough of it. He's like, you know what? I'm done. And just went off. Went full Tropic Thunder on their asses.
Now, I got a question, though. Was Tom Cruise wearing a mask? It sounds pretty clear. I can hear his voice.
No, he was wearing a mask. So you can definitely hear.
He wasn't wearing a mask, Tom Cruise, right? I hope he wasn't far away from those people because, like I said, if that's the case, then he's not really following his own, what he's talking about. Because, like I said, if you the way he's yelling, he's definitely spewing that whatever,
I can tell he's wearing a mask.
You think he's wearing a mask? I don't know, man. Like, because I know, like, masks, you can't barely, like, sometimes it's hard to even, say whatever you want to say. So I'm not sure if he was or not.
He sounds muffled. It wasn't clear. It wasn't absolutely clear.
Possibly it could be. I don't know. I mean, I just think it's It sounded a little clear to me, but I don't know. I just want to make sure he's wearing a mask. I think he has a good point, when it comes to I understand that Hollywood is very adamant about this because it is hurting their industry big time. All this stuff is going on with COVID is hurting their industry big time, and a lot of people are losing their jobs, and all these things that are happening around Hollywood. But I'm not really crazy about berating a couple people who work there like that. I mean, there's ways to do it, there's ways not to do it, and him berating people like that and talking to him like he's a king and they're like little peons or whatever. I'm not really a fan of that. I mean, whatever. These kids, was it like irresponsible for them to probably with their mask off, talking in close proximity with each other? Yeah, absolutely. But here's my thing though. Are these people getting tested when they go into, if most people get, the COVID, get tested for COVID and all that stuff?
Everybody gets tested. That's why some movie sets closed down because someone has gotten like COVID and they had to shut down.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So these guys get tested before they arrive and on set.
Yeah.
So they get positive tests or positive to negative tests, whatever it happens. It may be. My whole thing is though, I mean, if they don't have it, does it really matter? Or I mean, I don't know, maybe they still do have it. Maybe it's the test that come out right.
Still does. You can still be a carrier.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't know. I just don't like the fact that a guy like that in his sort of position as a Hollywood guy, comes out and talks to people in sort of matter. I don't like that. I mean, you can come off in a bit different manner and be like, hey, listen, guys, do not do that. Our industry is suffering because of this. Look, let's try to follow the rules and do this protocol.
Maybe he did that before he freaked out.
He freaked out, but I mean, hey, listen, you're freaking out. I understand you're stressed. Everybody's stressed. We're all stressed. We're all this is a tough year for everybody. I mean, it's not like my industry suffers too, and my restaurant industry has been suffering a lot. And I understand, and people lost their jobs and this and that. I'm not sure I'm going to berate people like that in public or whatever in front of, all these other people just because, I'm sending a message. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's right in a sense. I understand where he's coming from. And I get it. I understand too, because like I said, the industry, so many industries will suffer. So many people get sick. So many people die. And my matter though, you should never talk to a person like that. I don't think you have a right. And the fact that he's a big Hollywood guy, nothing can happen to him because he's Tom Cruise. But these people are easily replaceable. I don't like that. I don't like the fact he talked to him. There's ways to go about it. You can freak out. You can get upset. But it's like the Christian Bale, right? Regardless if it wasn't like some matter like this, but Christian Bale freaking out some guy who walked on set when he was acting, he literally berated this guy too, and all this stuff. I mean, granted, it wasn't like something where it's more serious, serious thing like that's going on right now. But same time, you don't berate people like that. There's ways to go about it, ways to kind of reprimand somebody, be like, look, man, you can't do this again. You want to freak out, you're gonna freak out, man. But there's ways to go about it. He's got to lead by example, man. Not to have people, constantly yelling and screaming at each other. That's not a way to do it, man. You can't yell and scream at people, especially how tense this country has been right now. It's so tense, and you have guys like Tom Cruise yelling at people who are like I said, these guys have no power against them. They can't do anything. It's Tom Cruise.
Well, he is a producer on the movie, so he does have power over
them.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. He's Tom Cruise. He's irreplaceable. You can't replace him. He is like I said.
So he is given them jobs and they don't follow the rules. He can easily have them replaced.
Yeah, no, but I mean, you wouldn't like if your boss, you do something wrong, your boss starts yelling at you
it has happened. It's work.
It's work. My boss, even bosses have a sort of way of attacking. They pull you outside.
Not everyone. I've had a boss tell me hey, let's step outside. Let's go ahead and handle this like men. I've had that happen before. I've actually personally even yelled at someone because the fact they're being lazy. I've actually had that happen before. I've gotten threatened because of the fact that I wasn't wearing my mask properly. So these things happen. You have a job. You have a responsibility. Do it. Do your damn job. If your job is to wear a mask throughout their whole entire shift, then fucking do it. don't be half-ass about it, because what if the case would be one person gets it and then another person gets it, and then everyone's shutting down like the Baltimore Ravens, and then it'd be out of not play for like 3 or 4 weeks. Then it's like, oh shit, well, my bad. Really?
Like I said, I've done my yelling. I've been yelled at myself and all that before, and constantly. It did in the same way. Like I said, there's a certain manner to talk to people. I understand what, like, the whole, seriousness of the whole thing. I understand that. I get it. At the same time, though, like I said, it's ways to talk to people. I mean, like, maybe, like I said, or like talk, calling them motherfuckers. That's not really, like something where you're being professional in your own sense. They're not being professional, but he's not being professional himself. Like it's just, I just feel though in that sense, like that I don't think that's right in that sense. I understand his message and what he's trying to say.
Here's what I'll say is, if we had that same audio on tape of a McDonald's boss, donuts boss, yelling at their employees like that, I guarantee you they'd be fired tomorrow.
Like the boss, right?
Yeah, if the store manager or a McDonald's was caught on tape yelling at an employee like that, I guarantee you the boss would be gone the next day. Guaranteed. It'd go viral on the internet, and guaranteed their ass would be canned.
Because guess what? It goes viral. If it doesn't go viral, and the fact that it's behind closed doors and no one else can hear it, guess what? He's not getting fired.
No, if no one else hears, sure. But if it goes viral and they got out, they would be fired day one. Where Tom Cruise ain't going to get fired. So I don't know. You can take that however you want. That's all I'm going to throw out there. Yeah, you can take it however you want. But I've seen social media get people fired for the dumbest shit, and like way less than that than talking to somebody like that. So.
All right, we're all going to agree to disagree on this.
We're still lagging.
I don't know.
Yeah, lags here and there.
All right.
Well, this just got dark.
Yeah. Well, what else we got to talk about, guys?
Anthony,
make sure you jump on your Epic Game Stores starting tomorrow, so that way you can get your free games. There's going to be 15 free games every day leading up to Christmas. And even beyond, I'm guessing, now that I'm looking at the date. So yeah, so that'll be good stuff. To infinity and beyond with free games. And then we have some goodness in Game Pass for this evening. We have available today. And since we didn't talk about it last week, we have Morkred, Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Special Edition, Among Us on the PC Game Pass. It's also only console exclusive to the Switch. That just got announced the other day. So Beholder is now available, the complete edition. Code Vein, the Dark Pictures Anthology Man of Medan is on PC Game Pass. Monster Train on Game Pass. MotoGP 20 on Game Pass. My friend Pedro came to Android Game Pass. Neoverse and Wilmot's Warehouse coming soon on Game Pass is every single Yakuza game remastered, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then 0 are already on there. Also, The Medium comes out January 28th. Cyber Shadow comes out soon. Killer Queen Black is also coming. That's all the Game Pass announcements from the past week.
Sweet.
And then I haven't seen anything about next month's free games or any PS Now. So,
all right.
I seen something else was coming to EA. I forget what. Command and Conquer Remastered is coming to EA. EA Play.
Did you watch that movie yet?
I did not, unfortunately. having to open this morning, and it just got too late, so we didn't get a chance to watch it last night.
What movie?
I do want to watch it though.
What movie?
Tenet.
Oh yes, of course.
Tenet did come out digitally, and it's pretty good. Well, actually, where's my case at? Somewhere in there. But yeah, Tenet's available to watch right now digitally. You can rent it. Well, you can't rent it. You have to buy it.
Is Tenet going to come on HBO Max? Is that one, or is that not?
Mm-mm.
No, it's not on. Okay.
Some of Voodoo.
Okay, I'll watch it on Voodoo.
Yeah.
But what is Tenet, like Warner Brothers, right?
Yeah.
No, that's Warner Brothers. It's Paramount, right?
No. Christopher Nolan is Warner Brothers, sir.
Then eventually it'll come on HBO Max, right?
Eventually, but not. But it just came out on DVD.
They got to give it a little. Let's say they got to give it a little room to make a little money. Come on now.
That's true. Now I'm watching the Voodoo. On your Voodoo, man.
Actually, I know we'll probably get banned for this, but like I could play it right now.
But yeah, we'll probably get banned. they're like really big on. They're really big on like. Yeah.
I was actually watching it on here when Anthony joined before we went live.
I saw a little bit of it. A little bit here, a little there. Seen a little bit of that.
But congratulations, Anthony! You're this year's NFL pick winner. Yeah.
Again.
Are we just handing it to me? We're not going to go for the last 3 weeks.
Let's go the last 3 weeks. I mean, it's still anything is possible. How far are you ahead, Ant?
We didn't pick last week. Let's put it like that.
Yeah, we could just skip.
Yeah. We didn't pick last week. I think I was like 2 or 3 games ahead.
Just skip the last
picks.
week, man. Just continue with like the whole. Let's do the NFL picks this week.
All right. Well, I don't have any. I don't have anything prepared, so we'll phone because I don't have anything prepared to do it. So.
All right. Yeah, you're only 3 games ahead, man. I ain't nothing. We can still catch up.
So
we'll see.
I'll pick all the same teams.
But I tell you what, though, like I don't know how the matchup's going to be, though. But there's so many teams like the AFC that are like up for the wild card that it's going to be very interesting 3 weeks. I'll be honest. It's going to be very interesting, dude. You have Dolphins, Raiders, Ravens, Tennessee. I want to say, did I say Browns? Like at least 6 teams are really up for that.
Do they have like a wild card watch or anything?
I don't know. They should, dude. That AFC wild card is going to be ridiculous because there's going to be some teams that are going to be like 9 and whatever, like 10-6, and not going to make the playoffs.
I see that I've seen the Packers, the Saints, the Chiefs, and the Steelers have all clinched spot their ticket to the dance. So
even the Steelers losing because the Browns are right up. Oh no, the Browns will not. No, because they're lost 4 games, right? So
have they? I think they only lost 3.
No, they lost 4. They lost to Ravens.
Oh no, they lost 4. Yeah. But no, I said the Steelers clinched a playoff spot. I didn't say they clinched the division.
Okay, they haven't clinched the division yet.
Now the Chiefs have clinched the division. They pretty far ahead.
Well, yeah, because that division
it's not even close. And then
that division sucks.
Yeah, the Packers have clinched their division.
That division sucks too.
The Saints have clinched a player, not the division winners yet, because the Bucks are right on their bootay.
On the bootay.
Yeah, Bucks are there for the wild card. Arizona.
Well, but did you guys lose to the Saints both times you played them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that means you're technically 3 games back because you end up 1 game ahead of them. So if they win at all, you guys don't have a shot. But good news, Chris. The Saints play the Chiefs next week. So 1 game might go, so you might be okay for 1 game there.
But we played the Lions.
So
and
right
the
now,
so I mean, I'm not too worried.
so they're doing one extra wild card team this week, this year. So right now you have the playoff spots in the AFC in the Steelers, and right now the top positions after that are the Bills, Titans, Browns, Colts, and Dolphins. So right now at the outside looking in, you have the Ravens, Raiders, and then you know what's crazy about the NFC? The whole entire NFC is still in playoff contention. No one has been knocked off contention yet in the NFC.
NFC East?
So that's kind of nuts.
NFC period.
No, the whole NFC. The whole NFC. Yeah, like every team in the NFC still has a shot right. But yeah, so you got the Packers and Saints are in, the Rams, the Washington football team, the Seahawks, the Bucks, and the Cardinals now, and then the whole rest of the NFC is on the bubble. So there's still a shot for every team in the NFC.
Like
that includes the Cowboys.
It's funny. The AFC is completely different because the Jets are definitely had no shot since week 7 or week 6, whatever.
Yeah. So the only teams that have been eliminated from playoff competition: Jets, the Jaguars, the Bengals, and the Chargers. Those teams they no longer can make the playoffs. Every other team in the league still has a. It's pretty good with 3 weeks left.
Yeah, it is.
The choice is yours. All this can be yours.
If the price is right. But no, it's going to be interesting football next 3 weeks. I think that Browns game was pretty damn good. Browns and Ravens. That was I'm not big on offense. I'm more a defensive guy. I'm not crazy when it comes to high scoring games, but hell, man, it's definitely an entertaining game. And the Browns, dude, I tell you what, man, they came out of nowhere. I never expected the Browns to be this good. They're definitely pretty good, man. They're sneaky. Their record.
Yeah. Also, you know what's also sneaky? Mr. Lamar Jackson with his Paul Pierce moments.
Oh, he went to take a poop and came back?
Yeah.
That's what he did. He went to take a poop and came back. Felt a lot better. Hey, man, it happens, man. You got to take a poop, come back, you're 100%, man. That's what happened, dude.
I feel 1,000.
Yeah, I know. When you're playing with a clenched asshole, it's not
dude.
not too good.
Goes over there, then comes right back, throws a touchdown. He's like, hell, shit, I feel 100% now.
And he's like, oh, what you talking about? I was cramping the whole time. I was cramping.
You're crapping the whole time. Crapping.
He probably did say crapping, and then they're like, did you say you're cramping? Oh, yes, that's what I meant to say. I was cramping the whole time. That's what I meant to say.
Hey, man, when you gotta go, though, man. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Even I don't care if you're multi-million-dollar quarterback for a football team. You gotta take a crap. You gotta take a crap, dude. It's happens. You're human, dude. So nothing wrong with that. You come in there, you win the game, boom. Like I said, man, he should have just said he was taking a poop. It would have been more like, hey, we all been there. When you have to go, you have to go. even if you're like during a shift double over there at work, man, you gotta be, hey, man, I gotta take a poop, man. I'm sorry, man. These people can wait, dude. I'm like, okay, I gotta go. Oh my goodness.
Gosh. All right. I mean, I got nothing else, gentlemen. Do you guys have anything?
I don't know.
I got nothing else as well.
So
I'm looking for some breaking news, and
this is the last show to the end of the year, right?
January 6th is when we come back.
January 6th.
It is.
All right, guys. Before we're going to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, all this stuff for our next meeting. Our New Year is better than this year. What's your thoughts of 2020, guys, before we go? Because it's been a shit year, man, to say the least. Is there any positive stuff you want to add this year?
Well,
positive. Let's look positive.
I'm going to tell you what my I'm going to tell you what my favorite TV show was that I saw. I'm going to tell you what my favorite movie was that I saw, and I will tell you what my favorite video game. How about that? How about them apples?
That's a great way to end the whole show. Yes. Let's name our 3 tops.
So, the best game, of course, this is what I've played, so not necessarily what came out. I would have to give that to Ori in the Will of the Wisps. So I thought that I would say number 2 would probably be Animal Crossing, and honestly, there's games I want to play that I just haven't played yet. So I'm trying to think of a third one that was like really, I don't know. I didn't really play because I played Mad Max and that was awesome, but it didn't come out this year. Kingdom Hearts 1 and beat that, and I never went through that. So that's another game that didn't come out that year. Yeah, beat Kingdom Hearts 1. Beat it.
Congratulations.
Boom.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. I'm currently playing Dragon Quest, but again, not a game that came out. Well, it came out on X this year, so I still, even though it came out to the console, I still wouldn't consider it that it came out this year. So I really want to play Hyrule Warriors. That looks good. I'm gonna play Ghost of Tsushima. I know that might surprise you, Chris, but I really do want to play that game. Looks awesome. I want to play Immortal. Phoenix Rising. That's what it's called, I believe. And I want, but I feel like I can't jump in at Valhalla. That's my problem with Assassin's Creed. I feel like I have to go somewhere else. Like I got to start somewhere else and come up to it. But so that's what I've played. You guys want to talk about your games that you played?
Pete, go ahead.
So I can't say I played any new games this year because I don't think I have. But the games that I think games that I started this year that I played. Definitely L.A. Noire is a great game. Really enjoy L.A. Noire. I know it didn't come out this year, but it came out previous years. That's a great game that I played. Another game that I've been playing that's really awesome. I don't think it came out this year. Probably came out the year before or whatever. Katana Zero. It's a really good indie game where I play a samurai who's assigned to kill certain people or whatever. It's a 2D game, but it plays a lot like. So each stage, there's like a stage that you got to go through and kill these people, and it's a kind of one-hit kill. So as soon as you get killed, it starts at that same like little room stage again. It kind of rewinds and starts over again. So kind of like Prince of Persia, where you die and rewind up to that place. Yeah. So kind of like that. So it's a pretty cool game. Good music, really good music. It's kind of 80-ish vibes and techno vibes. So really cool game. That was a lot of fun. For my third game, try to see what I played. I don't know what else I played besides that. I know I played some other game, but I can't really remember.
You played Battletoads.
Oh yeah, Battletoads is great actually. Yeah, you're right. Battletoads is a great game. I actually had a lot of fun playing that game, and we beat it too. So that's a really good two-player game. So yeah. I guess those are my 3 games, guys. I'm hoping to play some more games in the coming months or whatever.
Are you getting Hyrule Warriors or Age of Calamity?
I'll probably play that. Yeah. Well, here's another thing I've been playing too, actually, guys. So I'm an old school gamer kind of guy. I got a Neo Geo Mini with 2 controllers and HDMI cables to hook up to my TV. And it has like 40 games from old Neo Geo, and that's pretty awesome. So I got my Metal Slugs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got Samurai Shodown 2, 4, and 5. I got Fatal Fury. They got like a bunch of games over there on the.
Does it come preloaded with all that?
Yeah, it does. All preloaded. 40 games, all preloaded.
That's cool.
Really, and I'm a big fan of Neo Geo. So I don't know if you remember, guys, but they used to have a system. A Neo Geo system back in the day that literally was like $600. It's ridiculous. I never got it, but if I had the money, I probably would have bought it because that's how big of a Neo Geo fan I am. So, but yeah, I've been playing some of those old school games, and it's definitely a lot of fun. So, and pretty much that's about it. Oh, hey, by the way, no, you know what? This is the game I was playing. I know it came out last year, but I did play but it was in the end of last year. Fallen Order, Jedi Fallen Order. That's really fun too. Great game.
That's a fantastic game.
Yes. I just got to get past that spider.
That's actually a game, Chris, I wouldn't mind going back through because I played that on the old Xbox One. Like, I think it would run way better if I played it on the Series X.
Yeah, I remember how clunky that was too.
Yeah, it's
it wasn't smooth.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
No,
you
it
probably
was
should
not.
play it because I remember this one part it was sort of being kind of glitchy when you what's the name Saul Guevara appears.
Yeah.
It's kind of glitchy that part. So
All right. Yeah.
probably would be a good game to come back.
That's a cool part too.
Yeah, very cool part.
So, what was your movie of the year then, Pete?
Oof. Good call.
Well, what was your games first, Chris?
Yeah, Chris, what's your games?
Come on. Let's
Ghost of Tsushima.
Let's see. Ghost, Last of Us, and Cyberpunk.
And Miles, Miles
there you go. And Miles Morales. Sorry, I thought Cyberpunk was gonna knock.
Don't you ever say Cyberpunk in that ever. No, The Last of Us, Spider-Man, Miles Morales, and I'd say Ghost of Tsushima are my top games of the year. All Sony games. But it is what it is. Can't help it. I mean, what can I say about movies otherwise? Tenet is definitely one. Bad Boys for Life is definitely number 2.
Extraction.
Extraction's good, but we haven't seen
That's very good.
Ma Rainey's Bottom thing that coming out this Friday. Chadwick's last movie. We haven't seen that.
You also have one. Yeah, you also have whatchamacallit,
Wonder Woman.
Soul as well.
And Soul.
Yeah.
So as of right now, I'm gonna say as of right now, favorite movie, Tenet, Bad Boys for Life, and I mean, I actually really did like the Old Guard, so I'll go those
think
three.
about that too.
Old Guard.
I would actually go with Old Guard as well. So that is my top 3.
Go ahead, Pete.
All right. Okay. Yeah, I think because there really wasn't too many movies that came out this year because of everything that's happened. But yeah, definitely Bad Boys to Life was really. I thought that was better than the other two. To be honest, I was very surprised how good it was. I actually really enjoyed that movie. I thought it was a really cool movie. Very good action scenes. Yeah, they did a great job with that movie. Definitely, it was Extraction, the one with Chris Hemsworth, right?
Yes,
that was another really surprisingly good movie. I thought for Netflix, I did not think of it. Something like going in there, I'm like it's gonna be good, but that was an excellent movie. Definitely very surprising how good that was. And then my other one, I mean, trying to think what else I might have watched. Was there other streaming movies that came out this year that were big? That you
did anyone see Mink?
I didn't see Mink, not yet.
I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't seen Mink, but I'm trying to think if it's any movie came out this year that I'm like.
Springs, the Andy Samberg movie that came out on Hulu. I thought that was pretty good. I heard that Run movie is really good on Hulu. I just haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I just haven't watched it either.
But I guess I'm gonna have to go Old Guard too, because there's another movie I watched this year that was pretty good. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, like I said,
Old Guard was good. The only one I'd add to your guys' list is probably I really like Sonic. I thought that was good.
I haven't watched it yet, so yeah, I figured you guys would bring it up.
How was Chris, how was the
Sonic did come out this year? Damn.
Yeah.
What were you gonna say? What were you asking?
How was the Invisible
Man, right? That came out this year too.
Oh, damn.
And I heard that was really good also.
That was really good. Invisible Man.
One that I didn't watch on Netflix that I wanted to see was The Five Bloods. Was that good?
That was also good as well.
Yeah, I get a chance to see that Spike Lee movie.
Mhm.
I don't know. It's something about streaming movies that don't stick with you after a while. Like,
I think it's, you know what it is, and
Mhm.
be honest, not to cut you off, but I think it's the fact that when you go to watch in the theater, it's a different feeling than watching.
It's different feeling, different experience. You're completely 100% focused on it, and it's like you go there and you digest it while you're in the theater, kind of a thing. Afterwards, on the ride home, you're digesting it, you bring it all in. Not compared to how you see it films at home, and like it comes in, you see it, and like you got all these distractions around you. You got your dog, you got
Yeah.
the phone ringing, you got all these things going on. You're not completely focused on that, really. And the same thing I would say, like with like even binge watching TV shows, like it goes one ear and out the other. Yeah, you see it, you digest it there and there, but it's nothing that like, kind of sticks with you after a while. Nothing like how like the Mandalorian's coming out weekly, where you have time to actually digest it. You
Yeah.
can watch it a couple times and then be fully invested and get ready for the next episode.
It's funny though. So
I'm with you on that one, Chris, though, because I find it weird because I mean Netflix got us really used to binging a whole series and like watching it after the other, one after the other, and there's something to be said for that. But there's also something like you're saying, something to being able to wait a week and watch the episode multiple times, waiting for the new one to come out. So
Yeah.
I like both, really. I mean, I can't find really a reason why I wouldn't.
there's something about we hit on the head, because like the experience to go watch a movie in the theater is so much better than watching it at home, regardless if you have surround sound or how big your TV is or whatever. I tell you, and this is a prime example. I don't know how many times I've seen Empire Strikes Back. I must have seen it like 50 times. I mean, I've seen it so many times. But we went to watch a re-release in a theater before the real theater was closed down. And I tell you what, watching the theater it's like watching it for the first time. It's that feeling, that the surround sound, the big screen, that whole feeling. Watching it, it's something about it, especially when you're a packed crowd. Something in a packed theater too. It's something about watching that experience that you can't have anywhere else.
No.
You can only have it in the theaters, and I think that's what makes it special. The movie theaters. That's why I hope by next year we're gonna have these places reopen again, because it's almost like we need them to reopen. It's just something that I feel like we've taken for granted. And it's a great experience for us, being like, we love movies. We've, grown up with movies. We have a passion for movies, that we need these movies be shown in the theaters. This is where they should be shown. I can see why too. Like, you have guys like Scorsese and all these guys, and Christopher Nolan, like, talk about streaming and all that, how like they're so kind of almost against it, because I think the real way to watch their product is in the big screen, and I think, like I said, I'm hoping that we get that next year. I'm hoping we get that, because I say it'll be sad that we don't get to have this experience anymore.
Yeah. So I don't know. It's just different. But we gotta try to find a way to.
I agree.
Yeah.
So, top movies. You guys go for it.
Oh, movies, or we are star movies, TV shows, right?
TV shows. Let's do TV shows. This year.
TV shows. I'm gonna go Queen's Gambit, Mandalorian season 2. What else did? Can I say Cobra Kai? Because I love that show, and I only watched it this year. So I would say those are my 3 shows that like I just flat out just cruise through all of them.
I don't know. I would say, hold on. I'm looking through my Netflix. Actually, The Flight Attendant was good. Flight Attendant's good.
I'm gonna start watching that.
Probably Kayla Kuko.
Come on, Netflix. don't fail me now. Ratchet was good. It's okay.
Haven't watched that yet.
And I'm gonna say this because the fact that I actually kind of was very interested in the show, the American Barbecue Showdown on Netflix. That was actually quite entertaining. Since I work in the meat department, having these guys just like cook these lavish meals. Really did enjoy that. But y'all go ahead.
All right. Definitely Mandalorian season 2. I had to go with Anthony too because I just started watching Cobra Kai this year on Netflix. So Cobra Kai. And if I was to pick my third, I haven't really watched so many TV shows, but and I didn't finish the season, but from what I saw of it, it was pretty good. The first couple of episodes, the Muppets Now, I thought it was pretty funny actually. I was quite entertained by it.
Pretty good.
And also, I guess
I'm surprised neither one too.
What? What's that?
I'm surprised neither one of you said The Boys season 2.
I haven't watched it yet.
Wow,
I
forgot about that.
I can't say Boys season 2 because I haven't started watching yet.
I totally forgot about The Boys.
Did I tell you, Chris?
All right,
I started watching The Boys.
You did.
So, you're watching The Boys
season
now.
1. You
did. You did tell me last week.
Great. I was gonna say he saw just a scene with like him in the airplane. Homelander airplane. One of the best scenes in that episode because it goes to show what kind of scumbag this guy is. Homelander is.
Oh yeah.
He just like
you haven't seen
top
anything
of the
yet.
line.
Oh, I can imagine season 2 gets even worse. I can imagine season 2 gets even worse. But it just is, I think it's a start where we see Homelander being really the scumbag he really is. I think that was like one of the first times we had to see what kind of like person he really is and all that. How he just like, oh yeah, let's just get out of here. We can't save these people. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Let's
It gets worse.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. He's definitely
to the point where I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude?
Yeah, he's definitely a psycho, straight up psycho. So, but I definitely gonna watch more. Gonna watch Boys season 2. So I guess you'll change your picks, huh? Boys season 2
from American Barbecue. Take that down and add in The Boys season 2. That would actually be number 1 because that was the only one I was like, oh yeah, come on, can't freaking wait because I was actually hyped. I actually watched that season twice.
Did you really?
Like back to back, and I don't do that. I don't usually do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start watching again. Definitely. I feel that show you have to have some. I feel like show you have to be in a certain right mindset though, because it's a really dark show. It's a dark. Oh really? I don't know. For me, because there's certain things about that show you see are just kind of like, okay, that's pretty disturbing.
It's nothing compared to Big Mouth on Netflix.
No, it's a great show.
Never
man. Great. Big
Mouth on Netflix is like, imagine South Park, but it feels like raunchier.
Yeah, that's saying something.
Yeah, I was about to say, that's pretty bad then.
That's saying something because South Park gets pretty raunchy. I mean, hell. But
okay, so we got TV shows, we got movies, we got games.
Yep.
Worst thing that is worst content this year, doesn't matter if it's movie, video game, TV show. What one thing disappointed you the most?
Like entertainment?
Entertainment-wise.
Oh, yeah, of course. Entertainment-wise.
What's one thing that you were like, I'm so gun-ho about this, and then freaking like, son of a, what the frick is this?
Like watching it, you're just so disappointed.
Yeah.
Like something you watch and you're so disappointed. I don't know, man, because I really didn't watch so many stuff this year. I mean, I'm definitely disappointed that Black Widow and everything got bumped to next year. I mean, that's a huge disappointment for me because I'm actually really was looking forward to watching these movies and everything got bumped till next year. So that's very disappointing, I guess, in a sense. I mean, it's disappointing their Disney was charging like $30 for Mulan or some ridiculous stuff like that. That's extremely disappointing.
I think it's terrible they charged it, but like, you know, I watched it. It wasn't bad. I didn't mind it. So I can't say that's like the most disappointing content.
I mean, like I said, entertainment was the thing. The most disappointing thing is like everything got bumped back. I think everything got bumped back. You know,
would you be okay paying $30 for that?
No,
you wouldn't be. No, you wouldn't be.
I would have not. I would not have been happy. I'd say it's pretty disappointing that Hellstrom got canned after one season, but that shows you the power of the MCU. Though, if you're not part of it, you're done.
Was it even released?
Yeah, it's been out. It's been out on Hulu for months.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was no connection to the MCU, that was there.
And power of the MCU. If you're not part of it, people don't want it. They don't care.
Yeah, I agree.
That's why, like, dude, like it's tough to it's tough to go outside of it. Everything died off that was outside. Only Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and I don't even think they were making money at the time that show ended. I think they were just finishing it for the fans.
They just finished it for the fans who kept on watching it.
Exactly. What's
about
yours,
you,
Chris? What's your disappointment?
Cyberpunk.
Yeah, this thing right here.
You know, I'm gonna go out a Nintendo as a whole. Disappointing.
Ooh.
I don't think Nintendo was that disappointing. I know you disagree, but
big holiday title, Pete. What was their big holiday title, Pete?
Hold on, where was Xbox?
Calamity.
I would say Gears Tactics would be their big holiday title. At least it's from their studio. They didn't have to go have a third party make their age.
Wait, what? What did you say?
Because that Age of Calamity, the Nintendo game, that's Nintendo. They had Tecmo Koei makes that game.
Yeah. They
just have the Nintendo skin on that. So Nintendo, their big title they released this year was the Superman Pikmin 3 Deluxe Edition. That was their 2 holiday titles. Oh, and the Mario Kart game, which, you know, what, like 5-year-olds are going to get, or people without dogs, because Nala would get up. Like ain't nobody business.
True.
Oh, you know what's a real disappointing this year? Mike Tyson fights. That was disappointing.
No, the disappointing thing is freaking Floyd Mayweather Jr. taking the fight with against Logan Paul. That's the most
that's just stupid. That's just bad.
And then now Logan Paul's brother, Jake Paul, is challenging Conor McGregor.
Dude, he'll get murdered by Conor McGregor. Both of them gonna get murdered. Actually, they're both gonna get murdered. I'm sorry, dude.
And then I've seen like what's her name? Amanda? Is that her name? The UFC fighter?
Nunes.
Oh, Nunes, yeah. Well, she wants to fight Logan Paul.
She said she wants to fight. Yeah, she wants to fight Logan Paul, and I'm like, let it happen. Let him knock her out, so that way everybody could see that women should not fight dudes.
I mean, he has a weight advantage over her anyway, man. He has probably like, I don't know, pay 50 pounds over her, man. I mean, the guy's he's got muscle on him.
Probably, and,
you know,
and I mean, yeah, and I mean, he
knocked
just, Nate Robinson the fuck out. So.
But that's not even the fact of boy versus girl. The fact that the guy's way bigger than her. It's not even that's not even a good matchup, man. That's like, there's a reason why they have weight classes. You know, there's no way he's gonna fight, lose weight for her.
Yeah,
I mean, that's just dumb.
Do you think Logan's gonna lose weight for Floyd Mayweather? No, Logan towers over Mayweather.
But the thing is, though, I don't know. Like, I mean, what are we talking about? How much of a weight difference is? I mean, I get there. Amanda Nunes is definitely way smaller than, probably like 120. I mean, Floyd, what is it? Floyd 185, maybe. He must have gained some weight, though. He's not boxing anymore. He must have gained some weight.
All right, so
Jake Paul 6'1", and he's a cruiser weight in here. 100. No, I don't know. It doesn't say. But then, like, Amanda Nunes is 5'8".
How much is her weight? 120 or 110?
Dude, he has a 7-inch reach over her. She's 135.
And he's how much?
And then I'm looking right now.
Take a look at this for a second.
He's 165.
Mayweather is 5'8". Logan Paul is 6'2".
What's the weight difference? Can't tell. That's like pound. Was it 100? And...
What's ST?
Yeah, I'm more looking at weight. Was that how much?
I'm trying to. It's 13 ST 8 pounds, something like that. I don't know.
Well, right now Logan Paul's at 190. He weighs.
How much is Mayweather weigh?
Not that much. If he's 5'8", not that much.
I mean, I'm weighing like 190. So
Floyd Mayweather is 150.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a huge weight difference.
Yeah, but
Mayweather's
still gonna rock him, dude.
Oh, I have no doubt about that. But freaking
Mayweather,
I definitely do more Mayweather. The thing about Mayweather, he plays great defense anyway, dude. He's also gonna wear him out, tire him out, and then hit him. I mean, it's not gonna last long, dude. But the McGregor and the other guy, Logan, dude, that's not gonna last long. Dude, let him fight, man. Let him fight, dude. Just because you knock out Nate Robbins doesn't mean you can go out against the best boxers or the best MMA guys. You know, and no matter if they're retired or not, go ahead, let him fight. See what happens. You're gonna get embarrassed. I'm sorry, dude. You're gonna get embarrassed. Well, so yes, let this happen.
Connor is the one that's like kind of holding it up because supposedly Jake Paul sent him a contract for $50 million. So I mean,
well, he probably wants more than that. He probably wants like a bigger cut, man. The thing is, though, people, you know what's funny though? The Paul brothers, people don't like them. I mean, I don't know, they do have a fan base, but some people don't like them. So the people are going to get paid to see them get knocked out. I'm telling you, people are going to pay to see these guys get knocked out. So,
dude,
you know what? Let's
say that fight Mike Paul versus Amanda Nunes.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Like, whatever, dude. If people want to see that, let's let them see that. Go, you know, like whoever wants to go fight. I want to see, you know, like let's see this fights, you know. Hey, man, I tell you what, that Jake Paul and Nate Robinson fight got way more talked about, way more buzz than Tyson and Roy Jones. So Tyson and Roy Jones was kind of just all they did was hugging each other.
True, that is true. I mean, the fact that like not only that, but Snoop Dogg was on the commentary.
Snoop Dogg was hilarious.
That was hilarious. When Nate Robinson got knocked out, he was like, "Oh Lord!"
Yeah, oh Lord, have mercy. And then he'll say like how he says like Tyson and Roy Jones look like two uncles fight over a barbecue or whatever. But you know, he's another thing that's stupid. But
was that Friday 5?
It felt like it. Like when he's like, "Oh Lord!"
You know what though, man? Like here's another thing. Tyson definitely won that fight against Roy Jones, man. I had to go with it, but Tyson definitely won the fight with Roy Jones. I didn't know what the hell they're doing. Roy Jones was just hugging the whole time, and they had a stupid no more exhibitions. I want to see a real fight. Don't even say exhibition because you know that's all set up. They just did that just to make money. So because neither one want to get knocked out or hurt or whatever. So they did it to make money.
What do you think Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul is? It's an exhibition fight.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm just come on, man. You know, like, but Floyd Mayweather cannot go out there and lose it or have a draw with this guy. Floyd Mayweather doesn't have no draws. Floyd Mayweather's gonna knock this guy out. Because that's what he wants to do. He's not gonna lose to this guy who's never been in a real boxing match. No way, dude. No way. It ain't gonna happen.
We would like to hope that.
Let's see this happen. Let's you know, I didn't even like Floyd Mayweather, but I'm probably gonna cheer for this guy. You know, I'm not even a fan of Floyd Mayweather, but I'm probably gonna because I don't want to see this guy brag anymore. You know, he's gonna be talking all this shit, being like, "Oh yeah, look at me, I'm a badass. I can take out like you know, come on, get out of here, man. You're not a fucking fighter, dude. Come on, get out of here, man. Bring it, man. I'll pay to watch that.
$60 Oh no.
Anyway,
well, if it's Mayweather, there's probably gonna be $100. $100. You can watch this fight.
no, I won't pay that. No, hell no. You know what I did actually? I just looked at Twitter, dude. Twitter actually, dude. All you gotta do is, just refresh Twitter. They usually post like shit that's going on in the fight anyway.
Oh,
they always do anyway. So that's all you gotta do, guys. Save yourself money from spending for something that's probably gonna be trash anyway. So
yeah, that's true. All right, that's all I got. Unless you guys have anything.
I mean, it's 9 o'clock already, man. We kind of hit our 2-hour mark.
This is true.
And you guys aren't even feel good anyway, so
I don't know how I made it through. I'm
just saying, man. We call it a night, guys.
I'm ready to go get some sleep.
Yep, same here. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to the Wednesday's Night Watch. We will not be here for 2 weeks. That will be our Christmas break. I might stream some games here and there. I don't know. It depends on how I feel. But it will more likely be Miles Morales and not no freaking broken-ass game called Cyberpunk 2077. But until then, I am King Black Cherry.
UTEP.
Real Ant-Man.
Have a
Merry Christmas, guys, and a Happy New Year.
Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, everybody.
Peace out.